Lunchbox is brought to you by Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, now with events throughout the year.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Bifo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim flam sauce with the awesome fave, with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. And today we are in for a special treat. We're at Temple Street Eatery, downtown Fort Lauderdale, right here on Federal Highway, 416 North Federal, I believe. And we're with our friends, veterans of the Lunchbox show, Alex and Diego. And I can't believe it, gentlemen. Has it really been a decade, a full 10 years yet? You are celebrating a milestone. Happy anniversary, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You just called us veterans. So
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years, I guess that makes us veterans.
Not just veterans, but grizzled veterans.
Grizzled
Of both the restaurant industry and, if you can survive a couple of stints on this show, especially watching me tear into some food and beverage, then you're definitely doing something right. But, just tell us about the journey and, take us all the way back for people who might not know. And welcome to the Let's Eat South Florida group, 162,000 strong. But how it all began, how you met, and how this whole thing kind of came to fruition.
All right. You want me to take it away?
Yeah,
man. Thank you for having us on the show. Man, we met about, I want to say 22 years ago, right?
Wow.
So, super long time ago. Started out at school as classmates, right? He was actually the TA for the cooking class that I was
Teaching
into.
assistant?
He was
So
a teaching assistant.
Okay.
So he was a teaching assistant, and I was a student. We're in the classroom working around. And you wanna tell that story?
We have to definitely give ode to our amazing Chef Moran, who that class was in. And I had just figured out what a citrus peeler was.
Okay.
And
Did
Diego,
you take off any of your own skin besides the citrus?
So Diego was making a garnish with an eggplant for a dish, and he was very carefully julienning the skin. And I'm like, I got the citrus, it's got to do the same thing. And I'm like, of course, I'm like, hey guys, I got this. I'm trying to demo this, and of course, an epic fail. And everyone just looks and basically goes, "Who's this?"
He's a TA.
Who's this?
He's the one who's supposed to be teaching
He's
you.
supposed to be teaching us.
Exactly. and then here I had this great idea, and then everyone's like, "Who's this?" Beep, So, and then of course that flourished into a wonderful relationship.
And look, here you are.
And there we are.
Whose idea was it to go into business together and with this kind of concept, which at the time, 10 years ago, I guess fast casual was not as big a thing as it is now, right?
Yeah, I think both of us were kind of like, after college, we both started working in different parts of the industry. And we kept in touch the whole entire time, always kind of like joking around, hey, let's start some business, let's do something together. And then there was one meal, right, at the Chinese restaurant in the city. And we're just looking at each other like all defeated. And we're kind of like, bro, man, are we kind of like overworking with people? Can we want to maybe explore that idea of working with each other and do something? Right. And both of us just look at it, man, let's start talking about this. Let's start brainstorming. And we went into saying like, hey, man, let's do a fast casual restaurant where it's kind of like a mom and pops, local for the locals, trying to just enjoy something that is, fun for everybody, not to not to have so much service, like to serve.
It's kind of informal, but you come up, you just look around, you look on the menu board, and you got the whole array of different noodles and different bowls,
speaking of the noodles,
dumplings. And I was in the mood on a nice, whenever the thermometer goes above 90, I say it's a perfect day for soup, especially. And you guys are known for your soup. We also look at this lovely array of all kinds of dishes and also beverages. You've got now a new partner in a tea house. I guess it's called the Kitty Boba Tea House.
Kitty Boba Tea House.
And that just started like a month ago?
Yeah, they just come in here about a month ago, starting July. So Kitty Boba. serve fresh fruit teas, a lot of nice bobas. They steep all their teas in house. Everything made fresh, so high quality. Echoes to the food that we're serving here at the restaurant. And
It's a perfect fit.
It's a perfect fit. Yeah, perfect fit right here.
Marriage made in Fort Lauderdale. And, 10 years on, you guys, not only is it impressive that you're still speaking to each other, but good friends, collaborators, opening new things in that Bayoshi Food Hall out in Pembroke Pines. We'll talk about that more later. But you've become a mainstay of the downtown Fort Lauderdale community. You've made it through thick and thin, through COVID and, shutdowns and pivoting and doing things through, online ordering. And you still pack them in for the lunch crowd. And we got luminaries in the house. Kerry Sanders, veteran NBC network correspondent who used to work here for NBC6 back in the day, knows our friend Tony Segreto, of course.
Yes.
But it's great to see, some, icons of Fort Lauderdale coming into a iconic restaurant of Fort Lauderdale. So, guys, congratulations. And
Thank you.
maybe you want to just tell us before we get into talking about the 10th anniversary festivities, which is going to be a big event coming up August 17th. But what do we got in front of us? Because it looks like the usual great creative mishpach. What do they call it? Mishpucha?
Mishpucha's family.
Oh, Mishpucha is family.
Yes.
Mishigas is
Mishigas
crazy.
is lunacy, yes.
Well, it's not lunacy. It's delicious lunacy. I'm butchering my Yiddish here.
Smorgasbord is
smorgasbord.
more of the word.
All
We're
right.
talking about not Asian or Latin terms.
Right.
What do we got in front of us? Because I want to devour it all.
Awesome. So we have some of the dishes that we're going to be featuring on our 10th anniversary. Our 10th anniversary party is going to be featuring a lot of Polynesian theme. It's going to be a big giant luau.
Nice.
So we
Nice.
want
It's like a block party,
a
right?
block party. We're going to turn this whole entire right here, the parking lot is going to turn to a little block party, inviting some street vendors in to come in, other
Nice.
locals, restaurants are going to come in. Sweet Aloha.
Yeah, we're there
ice
yesterday.
cream.
Yeah, we were
You
with
guys were there
Jimmy
yet?
at Sweet Aloha yesterday,
What's
and you
going on,
guys have
Jimmy?
partnered on a bunch of things, and always glad to see that you're going to be having him and some other vendors out.
Of course. So we're gonna have all of that coming along. So some of the food that is gonna be served is gonna be Hawaiian theme, Polynesian theme, something kind of like this where you got some crispy shrimp. They're all gonna be lunch in a plated lunch. So everything is gonna all the plated lunch are gonna be served with a side of rice and a little bit of mac and cheese, a Hawaiian style mac and cheese.
Hawaiian style
Right?
mac and cheese.
So kind of like to mimic a little bit of that North Shore vibe when you're going to those food trucks that they have that lunchbox right there. So beef teriyakis, we got poke as well. We got our
Musubi.
spam musubi.
We
so,
had this yesterday. I can't believe not only that I'm eating spam, but that I would eat spam musubi 2 days in a row.
2 days in a row.
Whoever had that on their parlay ticket is
Okay.
for big beans.
Another thing that you're gonna try today is another way to eat spam because we're doing also a little what we call as a Chino Latino vibe. So these are arepas that we have going on here. So these are Asian themed arepas that we're trying to
Stuffed
do.
with what? Is it spam?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
This is spam right here. So we got a spam Hawaiian.
How's
that
my
is the-
poker face?
Exactly.
Oh, I'm so
Oh,
excited
I
about
am excited. I
spam
actually like
arepas.
spam.
Yes.
Mayo is adverse to spam because growing up, it was a different thing. I grew up with a lot of Filipinos
Yes.
where spam is a staple. Spam, eggs, and rice is something my buddy would make all the time. So I don't hear spam and think 1970s canned meat. I think a delicacy that you can have musubi. My wife and I had that in Hawaii, which
Yes.
we enjoyed a great deal. And you can have spam in other forms. So
Right.
Mayo's having flashbacks.
Well, I don't know why. I guess maybe I'm just stuck in a time warp, but I think of spam as punishment. But I guess
To some it's a punishment. To some it's definitely a delicacy. For me, I'm like that. It's definitely like a delicacy. I mean, I grew up in Venezuela. Whenever my parents will come over here for vacation, they'll bring a couple of cans of spam back home.
Yep.
And if I did a good job at school,
were they
they'll-
expecting like nuclear annihilation? Or,
No, spam is
No, they were kind of like just saying they actually use it as motivation for school.
you eat
man.
it on purpose.
So they're
Spam
like,
you eat
wait,
on
wait,
purpose.
If I did good at school, my mom will crack open a can of spam.
it
And
was
she'll make-
positive reinforcement.
It's
Spam's
positive
good.
reinforcement. It's delicious. So yeah,
I gotta
well,
try.
you're gonna have to try
I'm
that.
going in right now.
So this is a
This is-
Hawaiian, Asian, and Venezuelan inspired. So we call it in Venezuela we make something called diablito. It's devil ham. So I use spam to make that.
Spam devil
know?
ham.
So I made my own version of that devil's ham. On top of it, we put some pineapple salsa right in there
Pineapple.
on that nice crunchy arepa. So it's kind of like get that
Any
nice
liverwurst or foie gras or anything else that could be like
kind of right.
a spread. All right.
It's poor man
But-
pate, right?
Yes, I was gonna say.
And then the
pork
arepa
pate.
itself is just a corn
Cornmeal,
basically cornmeal.
right? So
Yep.
it's deep fried.
I'm gonna go in. It's
Go
not going to
for
be the
it.
biggest of big bites. I do want to take a taste of it.
And
There
you
you
know, a
go.
staple of Venezuelan cuisine is actually, you know, your mayo is actually a staple. One of
Yes.
the major sauces is mayo and ketchup.
Yep.
Mayo.
Mayo and
So-
ketchup
Well, they put mayo on everything. Hot dogs,
on
mayo's on
everything.
I tell you what, that pineapple salsa on it really makes it.
Yeah,
because it cuts through the. I got the spam
right.
deviled ham. It's a little bit, on the saltier side, a little savory, but the sweetness of the pineapple.
Yeah.
I would say if I was a kid and my parents said I could have that if I got an A, that would be considered a
There you go.
nice inducement, a carrot
It's like, here, take that.
more than a stick.
There you go. Yeah. So
I
yeah.
think spam is one of those things just because it's kind of like chopped liver in my background, where I love chopped liver because I grew up with it.
Mhm.
And a lot of people maybe hear chopped liver and they kind of make a face, and I make a
Right.
face with spam, but on its own, that's a very, very tasty bite. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for trying it out. Yeah, man, we're gonna be having one of the pop-ups, one of the concepts that we're gonna be trying out on that day is gonna be like that Latino arepa pop-up.
Yeah.
This is gonna be one of those dishes. We also got another arepa right there. I call that one La Coreana,
Okay.
which is the Korean style. So you got some shredded beef, you got some nice cheese in there, your cilantro mayos, you got some gochujang cream, and you got kimchi in
that
there.
sounds more up the Mayo alley.
Yeah. I was hoping you're gonna do that big bite. I love
I
when
know.
you do the big bites.
I've been ruled off the big bite. I hate to bring up my cardiologist once more, but got to take it easy on the
Yeah.
body. But
There you
maybe
go.
I'll do a big bite later. I want to
Later on
save
to
some
that
for
one.
Lubie. You know what? Maybe I'll do a big bite of
On
the
the
spam
musubi.
musubi. I might as well go back to back. And
There
look
you
at it.
go.
This is warm.
Nice and
Yes.
warm.
It's cushiony.
Gotta have that nice sticky rice going
Sticky
on.
rice going with
Well
it.
marinated.
I don't think I'm going to put the whole thing down, but I'm going to take a big bite of the spam musubi. And this, again, 2 days in a row. What an upset. Yesterday with Jimmy at Sweet Aloha Ice Cream, and they're a good part of the Asian Pacific, Pacific
community.
Island American community.
Yes.
And here we got our little. So what do? You griddle the spam on this?
Yeah,
And-
so we
and-
put it a little bit on the griddle, and then we glaze it with a little bit of teriyaki sauce. The rice is marinated with a little furikake, so it has a little bit of
Furikake.
Yeah, some wasabi furikake.
nice.
So got a
All right,
nice
here we
flavor
go.
in there.
I'm going to put.
There we go. Drum roll.
I don't want to get too big.
Oh my god.
He's saying that it's delicious spam. Well,
Yeah,
let's translate here.
It's
That's what I love it, 'cause
translating.
It's like going to sushi and getting a big
My
like
God.
sushi handle, only with spam.
With spam.
It's very good.
And
But
all
Lubie,
for-
you're gonna
for-
have to.
So my mom
Pardon me.
yesterday, my mom is starting to watch the Lunchbox. She's like, "What is that thing he does when he looks like he's the mix between a shark and a crocodile?" And I said, "They call it the Big Bite. I am not a fan of it, but the most renowned of chefs ask for it, and that's not a joke. And you just proved again that something I've tried to run away from. You people in the restaurant industry find it entertaining, so it continues.
it.
The Mike Mayo Big
We
Bite."
love it.
Goes
just,
on.
He just has a great, savory, just delicious big bite, full mouth. I mean, it's all about texture.
The expression just brings happiness. You know what I'm saying? That expression just brings me happiness.
Some people take these dainty little bites, especially professional broadcasters, because they know it might not be the most appealing thing to have somebody shove a whole
You
bunch
also have
of
to
food
talk after.
and then talk. I'm like a chipmunk now. I'm storing up my food in my cheeks for the wintertime. But there's something about just surrendering yourself and giving yourself up to the dish entirely, so that instead of you consuming the dish,
It
the
consumes
dish
you.
almost consumes me. It's a very Zen concept. That,
And we're here.
Same feeling as we're creating all these dishes. That's kind of
Yeah.
like what we want to do. We want to echo
And
our
this-
feelings to you.
this is something that I would actually order, eat, and devour
Yeah, the
happily.
musubi is really good.
Now, yesterday we had a version that wasn't warmed up. Jimmy didn't have his warmers going. So I'm going to say that the warmed up musubi is definitely or delicacy, and it's great. That's
It's
a
really
good
good.
dish. Do you sell this all the time, or is this just for special occasions?
So let's put it this way: it started as a special occasion.
Yeah.
So when I was designing our first luau back about 4 or 5 years ago, it was the last thing that I put on the menu, just because I was kind of like thinking, everything we
gonna
make
sell?
is fresh, everything is gonna be good and stuff like that. We got a 7-Eleven right across the street, right? So I'm looking at that 7-Eleven and I'm thinking Hawaii, right? Any 7-Eleven that you go into, you get your musubis, you got some karaage, you get all that nice food, right? And I'm kind of like, you know what? That's a joke. Let's put it in there to see what happens.
It's the favorite thing.
It was right there, right in the bottom. We start that party, right?
Yeah.
And within 20 minutes of opening the doors to the people, like we ended up having like 30 musubis going out.
Wow.
40, 50. Next thing you know, in the kitchen, the guys are kind of like, what is going on? I'm like, hey, I only bought like 15 cans. And then by like 2 hours, I say to one of the guys, I'm like, can you go to 7-Eleven, just tap them out? Take it all. Take all their spam musubi. And it started out like that. And from that moment on, people were coming back to us and saying, do you have the musubi?
Wow.
Do you have the musubi? And we're like, you know what? You want it, we give
I was
it.
trying to. So we went to Hawaii a couple years ago, and a buddy of ours that went with us had served for America in Japan, and again, that's where you get a lot of the influence. And he was always talking about we have to go to 7-Eleven, and we told him he was a moron. And we're like, I've been to 7-Eleven. I'm in South Florida. We have there was one point when I was in high school, every corner had a 7-Eleven. Right. It's like, no, not Hawaii 7-Eleven. So we go in there, and people are buying food and eating it, and we're like. Right. This is freaking weird. And everyone walked out with at least one of those. We had, by the time we left, we had been to 7-Eleven every day, had a musubi every day. And I would explain it to Mayo and Defo, and they didn't understand what the hell I was talking about. That they're like, you're going to 7-Eleven to get the hot dog that's been there for a week and a half. I'm like, no, it's a place where people go and get food to start, middle, or end their day. And the musubi is like a base of that.
Especially like a surfer. That like.
You can eat and walk with it.
You get a spam musubi and a can of Arizona tea, and that's like breakfast of champion for a surfer.
So, let me ask you, okay, because again, we've got the 10th anniversary luau, calling it the Polynesian luau, here at Temple Street Eatery, 416 North Federal Highway, Fort Lauderdale, downtown. Is it a ticketed event, or do people just show up and take part in the festivities?
So for this one, it's actually a free entry for everybody. Wow. It's open to the public. We're actually extending our hours. We're going to open from 5 p.m. On that day. We're going to focus on the party. So 5 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Oh, nice.
So entertainment, other food trucks, all kinds of stuff.
Yes, we're going to have some food, other foods coming in. We're going to have Polynesian dancers, live entertainment.
Oh, nice.
So Polynesian Proud is an entertainment company that is here that they spread aloha all around. They're going to be coming here. So around 8:30, if you guys come around that time, you're going to see fire dancer, the Tahitian dance, that whole nine. We also got seafoods coming out, right? So John Wayne Marshall.
John Wayne Marshall is going to come out, do the Chinese lion dance.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow.
This is going to be a proper bash, a proper celebration, because it's not every day that 10-year anniversaries come around. In fact, according to my advanced math, it's only once every decade.
Check the Chinese zodiac.
It is. So it's a huge milestone for us to be, to start out here 10 years ago. And not really, we've also seen the community grow.
Yep.
And we've got the huge
high rises all around,
Absolutely.
more apartments, more residential.
Absolutely. And you've seen us, been sure you have like people like my aunt and their Chinese food and everything like that. But you've also got
Christina Wan's right up the block.
Right.
Yeah.
But
5 minutes from here.
Right. But then you've also got like, our people, we won best Chinese when we first opened.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, do you have hot and sour? Do you have sweet and sour? Like, no. And so we're able to enlighten everyone's palate with different.
And the thing that's
Asian
is you get that, as you call it, the Chino
Asian.
Latino, and you kind of blend in everything. Your South Florida background, the Asian roots,
he's
the
Venezuelan.
Latino, South American roots. Where does Polynesia and Hawaii come in? Does anybody have any of that Pacific Islander ancestry, or is just something you've kind of adopted because it's popular and it kind of fits the
over the
years?
Bill. A lot of people always kind of trying to figure
what you are,
what I am, right? So I've been called everything under the under the nations,
Hawaiian
right?
is what I would.
So for me, Hawaii is one of those places that I've been to a couple of times, and I feel like the most at home.
Yep.
It is a place where like the Asian American culture really, I think, resonates through the food, through the cultures and whatnot. And when we opened this restaurant, our mission was kind of like to highlight different Asian American cuisine. Because both of us are born and raised here in the United States. Well, United States, Venezuela, right?
Right.
We were never like saying that we're authentic Chinese people. Like, we never lived there. So it's a different subculture, what we kind of want to say like that. And
It's a melting pot,
it's
which
a melting
is what
pot.
South Florida and
Right.
America is all about.
Yeah.
And I think it's a beautiful thing.
After 10 years, like the first couple of years was a little bit, it was a little bit challenging for us to kind of like explain to people what this is about. But as we were really comfortable, like, we kept doing it as well as we can. Our community really like start connecting to us, giving us the opportunity to really just explore the different style of cuisines and then let our creative like juices flow. And yeah, man, like 10 years later, we've been
Yeah.
able to do this, and
It's
people
a
are
beautiful thing. You look on
Yeah.
that menu board and you see things like a kimchi
Quesadilla.
quesadilla and
A bulgogi.
edamame falafel. I mean,
Goji
it's
cheesesteak.
again, Michigas is a compliment. I
Yes,
mean,
yes.
it's a beautiful kind of crazy. And
The correct response
we-
should be like Toda, right? Toda.
Yeah.
That's not Yiddish. It's Hebrew.
That's Hebrew for
To-
thank
to-
you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
See?
yeah, yeah.
We're part of the tribe.
all good. Well, yeah, with your aunt every Sunday, it's like a synagogue over there. They all come in on a Sunday night. It's like part of the law. It's oh man. Hey, we're gonna take our first break, and then we'll maybe talk a little bit more about some of the beverages. We got all kinds of things lined up. I've got a beautiful strawberry milk tea. We've got with boba. We've got the
You have my Thai
ube.
tea over there.
We
And,
got a
and what
Thai
you-
tea. We're
another
gonna-
thing you have on the table that's interesting, a buddy of mine, one of my best friends, he was a groomsman slash best man at my wedding, guy I've known literally my whole life. No days off, and no days off water is a thing that they do all around South Florida.
Yeah.
And I love it. You guys brought it to the table, and I'm like, Dustin, I'm like, where the heck did that come from? So that's really cool that you guys have embraced really all things South Florida.
Yeah, they like to
Thank
support local here, right?
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely support
And-
local.
We like to support local. In fact, so much so that besides, singing the praises of Alex and Diego and their Temple Street Eatery luau coming up on August 17th, we, in conjunction
And we
with
have
our
our
friends
own
at
fest.
Even Keel Fish Shack and Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, August 10th, the Saturday before, we are hosting what's known as Pearl Jam by the Sea. It's going to be a celebration of oysters and sparkling wines, bubbly, and certain music that is. We don't mean to get anybody in trouble.
Lawsuits.
Eddie Vedder and Company will not be there, but since oysters have pearls and will be jamming by the sea
Yes.
at their location,
It's a great name.
we are going to be
That's
having
the
a
only
great
reason
time.
it's called that.
Unlimited oysters on the half shell, unlimited sparkling wine, and we're going to have a Bellini bar, which we're calling the Vitology Bar. We're going to have some music. It's going to be an even flow day at
Wow.
Even Keel Fish Shack. And we're also going to have an oyster eating contest, which I think I might be having a contest auctioning off one of the seats, because it's going to be some people in the business and some of our other friends, but maybe we'll have one Lunchbox viewer if you want to take part and try to become the oyster eating champion. And that it'll entail trying to eat as many as 60 oysters within 5 minutes. Whoever finishes 60 first, or the most oysters consumed in 5 minutes, will be awarded the oyster eating championship. I don't know if it's going to be a belt. Originally, I was going to call it the Pearl Jam necklace, but our censors said that might not pass
Yes.
muster.
There's going to be a lot of giddy people that day.
Gonna be very giddy.
After all.
And if you want to get tickets, some good news. I mean, tickets are moving. The VIP tickets, I think they're sold out, but they might be able to cajole another 2 seats for the VIP out of Brad and Dave. And then we've got general admission tickets. They're going fast. It's going to be a great event. And to get tickets, did you put up the little flyer there, Lubie? It's at
I put up the thing.
again. It's $65. Oh, and I got to mention that today is the last day of tax-free holiday day. So if you buy your tickets on Eventbrite today for either this or the Visit Lauderdale Grand Tasting next January, there will be no tax on it. So you could get that at vlfoodwine.com or go for this event directly onto Eventbrite at oysterpearljam.eventbrite.com, and you'll be able to get your tickets. Again, Saturday, August 10th, Even Keel Fish Shack right there, Commercial Boulevard and A1A. Then the following Saturday, right here, no tickets required, Temple Street Eatery, August 17th, starting at 5 p.m. The Great Polynesian 10th Anniversary Luau in celebration of these guys and their big milestone. Okay, let's take our first break, and we'll come back and start eating more on the Lunchbox after this. Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First-class dining, top-flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef-founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended. For a special occasion or any occasion, Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo, the Lunchbox, sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. you'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, for tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox, and I was just over at Tropical Acres this morning. I saw our friend Jack Studiali. He is back and rested from a nice cruise. He was over in Europe, Barcelona, and some other beautiful Mediterranean ports. And you want to get into Tropical Acres because all summer long they have their twin lobster special, $39 for twin pound and a quarter lobsters straight from New England, and they come in fresh every day. $39 with a salad and a side dish. You can't beat that deal. It's one of the things that have made Tropical Acres an icon for 75 years. You talk about 10 years. Can you imagine doing this for 75 years? Ooh. Well, the family there, it's been family owned and operated all 75 years, and the Studialis do a great job. Go in there, 2500 Griffin Road. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. They got happy hour in the bar today from 4:30 to 6:30. You can't beat that deal because they got half price on all alcohol, including the premium stuff. $8 Belvedere Martini. Can't beat that deal. Tropical Acres, proud to have them on board as a sponsor. Okay.
They're one of the places that still really, charbroil there.
Oh, yeah. They have this old school charbroiler, and they also do, I forgot the name of the equipment, but how they do their low roasting, the prime rib.
Yes.
And that comes out so juicy and perfect. Every time I go there, that is one of the must-gets, is either the a nice char-grilled filet mignon or that slow-roasted prime rib.
Now I gotta go.
All right. Welcome to my world.
We're gonna reach to the happy hour.
Right? Meanwhile, getting back to here at Temple Street Eatery, who says August is the dog days of summer? Because tomorrow is the beginning of August, and
I feel bad. We've actually taken up their last two tables.
They've got so much going on in the month. It's not just the 10th anniversary luau on August 17th. Now, Diego, you tell me that you got another event, and it's going to be a kind of a dumpling making class, but in conjunction with a great Filipino chef that's in town.
What's
going on?
So, we visit Fort Lauderdale. We're going to be doing is it August 21st, I believe, Thursday night. We have a dumpling cooking demo as well as lumpia. So it's a hands-on experience.
And lumpia, for those who don't know, it's a Filipino dish. It's what is it?
Yes, so lumpia is the Filipino version of an egg roll.
Right.
Oh.
So there's a lot of different fillings inside that you can get variations from.
Oh, wow.
We partner up with Nicole Fonseca from Jeepney.
Fantastic chef. She made her bones and a big name for herself up in New York, and then brought Jeepney down here to the 1-800-LUCKY Asian market in Wynwood.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's a great collaboration. How'd you guys link up?
So it was pretty funny. I mean, we've been kind of talking about this year. We usually throw a Chinese New Year party. Every single Chinese New Year party, we go to different themes and stuff like that. We started talking about how we wanted to do a Kamayan style dinner. Feast. So Kamayan feast is basically eating with your hands. Everything. It's kind of like a seafood boil, but
By the way, I'm going in for momasubi.
Go for it. And we kind of started talking about how we wanted to do something like that, just to kind of highlight a Filipino cuisine. And we connected with Nicole Fonseca.
Nice.
And she was very happy to come over and teach us how to do that, and we started doing something like that. And right now we talked about, hey, we want to do something together again because we had so much fun.
Yeah.
So we were offering dumpling classes throughout the summer, and they were like, hey, how about we do a dumpling class with lumpia, and we can learn to do two different Asian cuisines that are a very big staple in Filipino and Chinese or Japanese cuisines and stuff like that. So
I think one of our pillars definitely, we hit on, we definitely want to make sure we have, fresh food. Kitty Boba doing their fresh not syrup.
I gotta tell you, this strawberry milk tea,
right?
It's got real strawberries, preserves at the bottom. Yeah.
Right. And then also, with Jeepney and everything, their same message with us is trying to spread the goodness of food and also our cultures. So We've tried to do that with Temple Street Eatery, and Jimny's trying to do that with their restaurants. So I think it was a good marriage as well for us to partner with them as well.
Oh, it's great. And that's going to be a ticketed event, right? That's a
Yes.
limited number because it's obviously
Yeah.
a hands-on experience.
And that'll be here. That will be
It'll
here.
be here. So the tickets will be are available right now at our
Via-
website.
Your website? Okay.
So
That's
www.templestreeteatery.com.
Okay.
Go to the event section. You can get those tickets August 21st from
It's
6 o'clock.
hands-on, but we're also going to feed you too.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We're
Yeah.
going to teach you how to make it at home. You have to make it, cook it at home, but we're also going to feed you. Don't worry.
You'll
Nice.
get boozy too, so don't worry.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a fun time, especially for people who are looking for, new things, new and exciting things to do for a date night or just kind of your own personal education. It sounds great. I imagine that the vlfoodwine.com site might have a click-through banner on there at some point because they usually do it. You're doing it in conjunction with the food festival folks.
Yep.
And between your two events, we've got our oyster event at Even Keel on August 10th. We've got our friend Joe Beja at Gulfstream is going to be having his Cuban and rum event.
Like Havana Nights kind of event. Yeah.
That's going to be
Nice.
August 17th.
Nice.
And man, it's just going to be a nonstop
Who
party.
says it's slow in the summer?
Yeah, it's going to be.
It never stops here. man.
Never
Plenty-
stop.
I think
plenty of
I think
activity.
everyone in the restaurant world gets creative and tries to everyone wants an event and not your typical event. Everyone's thinking outside the box and same thing.
Yeah, and that brings us to tomorrow, August 1st. It's the start of all the big food promotions around South Florida. We've got the granddaddy of them all, Miami Spice down south, and down there, like the restaurants have to pay to get on board to the to get to be able to give get the marketing behind them of the I guess it's the Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau.
Right.
But up here in Dine Out Lauderdale starts tomorrow.
Right.
And that's a good deal. I don't know if you have if any kind of deals going. It's not just fancy places with multi-course dinners, but it's also open to any kind of shop, including fast casual eateries,
happy hours.
bakeries.
We're
Sweet
featuring-
Aloha is
Yep.
going to be doing something with them.
We're featuring our happy hour here as well,
Yep.
which we have every day, even on weekends. But also, it's great, like you said, that the Visit Lauderdale is doing that for us in the community.
And it's gratis. Like
Yeah, you guys
restaurants
don't
can
have to pay to
sign
be a part
up.
of it.
Restaurants and eateries, you don't have to pay $500 or $1,000 or whatever they do down there. It's just a goodwill measure from the folks at the Visit Lauderdale, so that people can learn about new and different places if they want to expand their horizons this month. And it goes on all August and September, so it's the next 2 months. It's going to be a very exciting time, and I was really pleased to hear that it's over 170 restaurants in Broward have signed up, which has come quite a long way. Just a couple of years ago, it was less than 50, and it's really kind of rebounded since the COVID days, and more are getting on there. So
and
I'm
go
glad.
out and support local. That's great. We have such a diverse, wonderful cultural cuisine out there, and it's just growing. So yeah, everyone come out and support.
It's all good. Hey, let's take another break at this point, and I got to put in the good word by our friends. Oh, J&C Oyster. I don't know if you guys have checked it out yet.
Yeah.
You
Oh, you
heard
have?
about
Okay,
Raheem
nice.
Sealy, who
Yes.
came from Q and Zuma, has worked at all kinds of great places. I guess he also worked at Sugar King with our friend Tim
did.
and
That's
Blue.
where he started.
And they're down now in Hollywood at 2035 Harrison Street. They are open Wednesday through Sunday, so you can go in there tonight, and we're pleased to have them on board as a Lunchbox sponsor. People more and more are discovering it. It's kind of at that end of Harrison Street, right by the railroad tracks in Dixie, but it is worth finding because treasure awaits those who go into
That
J&C.
smoked fish dip.
Oh, you like that?
man,
Yeah.
it's so good.
It's finely pureed, and it is delicious stuff. That I think it's Wahoo he's doing
It
it.
is.
with.
Wahoo.
Raheem
Yeah.
is
Freaking
a brilliant chef, and his fried chicken,
and the fried
Korean-
chicken. Oh yeah, man.
I'll be honest, he has amazing stuff. But for me, one of my favorite dishes he actually makes is actually I don't know if he has his cornbred there.
He
Oh,
does.
yes.
I think his
cornbread.
wife bakes it and
Oh,
brings it in every day.
Bro,
The dessert.
I will
With
try
the little honey,
Little ice cream right there.
a little scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. It is the perfect finish.
Do the one bite whole thing.
It is delicious.
J&C is the bomb. I've been raving about it to everybody because first time I went in there back when it opened in April, so I guess it's been about 3 or 4 months. But every bite is a flavor bomb. That red curry crab dish
oof.
with
yes.
the sticky jasmine rice is unbelievably good. All his sauces, all his flavors, all his technique. That I guess they call it the. It's not a grilled oyster, but it's more of a
Broiled. They call it broiled
oysters.
Broiled.
They kind of poach it with that spicy mayonnaise, and it's just incredible bites. Go out there, happy hour at the bar from 5 to 7, all 5 days that they're open, including the weekend, and you can get some incredible value and great deals, great bites. J&C Oyster, tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, let's take break number 2, and then we'll come back, and I'll start digging into some of these other platters here because I've been kind of
Yeah, Mike,
slacking.
we're just eating the food
Good
here.
bites here too.
You got some nice bite going on.
Yeah, we're going to come back after these words. Temple Street Eatery after this. From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar. A great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to batchsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food in a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have deli happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. All right, we're back on the Lunchbox Temple Street Eatery, 10th anniversary. Unbelievable, 10 years. I feel very old sometimes. And meanwhile,
We
Diego, congratulations. You were telling me you've got another little one on the way. Another
Thank you. Yeah. Number two.
We
got number 2 coming along.
That's amazing.
I have to have a price increase with kids that, not cheap.
We're starting a fund over here.
Yeah.
I
The
got
college
my
fund
daughter
right
in
here.
college, and oh my God, my credit card's taking a beating every day. She's going out and buying food. I don't know. I'm gonna have to put a stop to that.
FSU, right?
FSU. That's his alma mater
Nice
right
school,
there.
Okay.
Meanwhile, during the break, I managed to snag a fork and go into this Hawaiian mac and cheese. That is delicious stuff. It seems like a macaroni salad type kind of thing, but it's got a little zing and zest. How do you prepare this?
Yeah, so the macaroni, Hawaiian macaroni salad, do a little bit first. The vegetables, you pickle it a little bit. So a little bit of vinegar, so apple cider vinegar, some sugar, salt, and then you pickle all those vegetables. And then from there on, just use nice quality. In this case, I use Japanese QP mayo
Nice.
to blend it all together and make that nice salad that is usually
So it's
served.
macaroni salad, not mac and cheese. There's
Yeah.
no cheese.
No
It's
cheese.
just, there's
Mac
just
salad.
that
There's
QP mayo.
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 Yeah.
There's right, mayo. QP mayo.
Sometimes I'm a self-hating condiment. Today, I'm a self-loving condiment.
There
I
you go.
do dig the QP mayonnaise. And then this is just a straight-up kind of teriyaki beef.
That's a marinated teriyaki beef. Yep. So we make our own marinades and whatnot. Nice tender ribeye. So marinated nice and good. And yeah, it's a very staple dish in Hawaii as well, to have teriyakis and stuff from the Japanese culture. coming in and then serving it like iconic with that sticky rice that is, you need to use that ice cream scoop. That's how you gotta go, right? And put some furikake onto that, and yeah.
I've never been averse to double starching. I kind of like the combo of the sticky rice and the mac salad. That's all
No,
good.
but also speaking of 10 years, FIU and colleges and scholarships, we're actually going to be starting, hopefully, a Temple Street scholarship for FIU, Chapel
Oh,
School
wow.
Hospitality. So,
I had that on my note sheet and I forgot to get to it, but that's amazing. That's
Yeah.
both you guys met at that FIU hospitality school, which is again, everybody knows that name because South Beach Wine and Food Festival annually, that's a fundraiser for the school.
Oh, that's amazing.
He's
And-
one of the first, students that was part of the first, South Beach Wine and Food Festival.
All
So
right.
We're a veteran.
He's a true veteran right here.
Well,
No,
we
but-
know and love Lee Schrager. He's done a lot for the local community, and this is great. So you're actually giving back. Why not just pour it right into Diego's newborn's college?
Diego's firstborn's 2, so I think next week he's going to start making dumplings already. So
That's good.
Fingers are
he's
it's
already
right there.
he's already on
Fingers are
payroll.
Perfect.
He's already on payroll. Come on.
Yes, his little fingers, he can make it.
He's on a better credit score at the age of 10 than we will. Okay?
Yeah, what's the credit score? Shot. No, but so you're going to be actually funding a couple of hopefully
Scholarships, and people can actually donate to that as well on August 17th when you come to the
Awesome.
event.
Oh,
You can
nice.
actually tell the cashier you'd like to donate, and we're hopefully getting a good fund that we can actually start over there and keep that fund
Will that
going.
be for like a Broward student, or it's kind of open to anybody in the South Florida region? Or
What
kind of-
parameters that are going to be around it?
We haven't really set too many parameters, but we
Right.
probably someone that's in our industry versus someone that's in
Yeah.
tourism, but someone who's probably in the kitchen over there helping to grow that program. So a student there volunteering like we did. So
Right.
That's
Definitely like somebody that is gonna be in the culinary
Field,
background and feel like that. So that kind of
Keep
like
it
how
going.
we did.
No, that's awesome. That's very noble and giving back.
We'll pay it
And,
forward, as they
no,
say.
and every Friday, me and Defo believe in giving back too, and we do that at Gulf Street, kind of a redistribution of wealth to other degenerates through the betting windows. It's a little bit more obtuse, and I can't have it as a tax write-off, but we do our part.
Yeah,
here at the
definitely.
Lunchbox.
do your part of society. There,
Right.
you
There
go.
we
There you
go.
go. What noble people!
Yes.
That's
Yes.
called consistency.
Yeah,
consistency.
Shove it through
Consistency
the
is a word. I
windows.
don't know. I would call it
That's how
noble.
we survived 10 years. That's how you're surviving.
Yeah.
It's
We give till it hurts.
There you go.
So, let's talk about your other venture where we were.
Yeah, we were there
I
around
guess I can't
Thanksgiving.
believe it was like 6 months or
Yeah, it
in
was around-
November when
around
you were
Thanksgiving.
kicking off the new food hall in Asian themed food hall Pembroke Pines called Bayoshi. I hope I'm pronouncing that right.
Yep.
And
Bayoshi,
and it's a number of different vendors, and you're among them. How's it been going out there?
It's been great. I mean, it's awesome to venture out to the west side.
Deep
The western
west
side.
Yes.
I call it
There's-
Nebraska.
There's life apparently west of
Yeah.
95 apparently. But it's great to be out there and be part of the community out there. It's a very family oriented community,
Yes.
which we love. And but yeah, it's been a great ride out there, and we're looking forward to growing that as well. They've got a lot of specials going on out there. They've got happy hour every day. They've also once a month they've got a
We got a night market going on once a month right now. So there you got to go follow their website to kind of get more information on that. part.
Bayoshi.com, BAOSHI.com. Is that it?
very
Okay.
very good Asian. There you
Thank
go.
you.
There you go.
They've also got big screen TV now for sports
For
and
sports.
Oh, nice.
watching the Olympics. It's awesome. In there, it's a great venue for crowds and
Family
families.
friendly, and also turns into more of a late night, I guess, party scene on the weekends.
Got a full liquor bar, so can get in
Full
there for
liquor.
happy hour.
Two of my favorite words.
How often do you guys get out there? Like, are you guys bouncing back and forth? Like, how does
we,
that
we
work?
bounce, yes,
Yes.
we bounce back. There's two of us, so we try to divide and conquer, and that
Right.
people actually hear it's like, hey, where you guys were? Tahiti? Like, no, actually, we're west of 95.
And how many vendors and stalls are out there? It's like five?
There's
Total
five.
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 So
Okay,
it's four different savories and one boba shop in
Okay.
there as well. So yeah.
And again, it's not even a year yet. People, you got to get hip to these things. Sometimes it takes a while to people even realize that something is open and out there. And again,
Absolutely.
if you are
Sometimes
out west,
sometimes they're just focus on driving, which you should, but sometimes they just drive right by it. So definitely.
I'm one of those east people, so I tend to stay along this corridor, and I see, Temple Street and all our other friends up and down Federal Highway. But yeah, at some point I got to get back out there, and maybe we'll do another show.
Yeah,
with
I'd love to
Phil-
get back out there.
Philip.
We went there before it was open, so it'd be cool to see it
Yeah,
after.
You guys got the
This is
sneak
true.
peek.
We got the sneak
Preview.
preview,
Yep.
and now we got to get in there and see the activity,
the fruits
all
of
the
their
action.
labor.
Yeah. Looking forward to doing that during the fall. Speaking of the fall, any kind of new things coming up? Obviously, you got a big enough August plan, so I don't know
Yeah.
why I'm looking ahead, but that's what I tend to do. Is do you always do kind of menu tweaks or revamps?
Yeah, I feel
or-
like since the last time I've been here, you guys have done a lot with the menu. How often are you guys changing out the menu, messing with the menu?
Yeah, so we definitely have our staple menu right going on, and then we also have some of the fun stuff that's coming out of specials. One of the things that we're going to be featuring soon is going to be the lumpias. That it's going to be a
Oh, that'll be
collaboration.
on the menu.
Yes, we're
Nice.
going to be putting the lumpias on the menu in collaboration with Jibney. We're also going to, one of the biggest debut that we have after 10 years is incorporating Kitty Boba as our tea, the boba
and they're
teas
doing a
and whatnot.
fantastic job. I mean, these are some really
Yeah.
good,
This is
nice
great.
beverages, and it fits
Yeah.
perfect. Now, Lubie does not like boba.
I don't understand
But
boba.
I just can't resist a good
I just don't
tapioca
get
ball.
it.
You just suck that right
There
through.
you go.
It gets in the way of the liquid. I just want the liquid.
It's like
Actually,
you get it
Hey,
in your
we
mouth.
might be able to put some liquor in that later on. Now you're giving us ideas.
My daughter turned me on to boba. She just loves this stuff.
Yeah.
She gets all different kinds.
So
They
when did you guys? I know you did coffee and tea there before.
Right.
When did it become?
Literally, I think
July?
30 days ago.
Oh
30 days ago.
wow! So
this
how's
is
it been
starting.
going so far?
Going really well.
Nice.
Going really
Good
well.
response.
Little by little, as we trying to kind of let the words out.
Yeah.
Bring a different group of people coming in. They were focused a lot. They were at Smorgasbord down in Miami.
Oh, they were, which
before.
is a very
So-
well-regarded place. Yeah.
Right. So they started as a pop-up shop. We met at during a pop-up, and we just kind of had a conversation. The chemistry was there. It just kind of like we clicked, and we said, "Hey, you know what? You guys want to come in and join us?" And they're like, "Hey, man, we would love to be a part of this thing." So, it's a great partnership, and we hope we can go for many years to come. And yeah, other things that we're gonna be up.
I'm sorry. I mean, their boba is different. I mean, it tastes. They make it every day.
Oh really?
Yes.
I'll give it a try.
You gotta give it a try. You gotta give it a
I'll
try.
give it a try. Yes.
They make the strawberries, like as Mike is saying,
Yeah.
those puree.
Very
They actually puree it
fresh
in-house.
tasting.
They
Oh,
make
wow.
all this
Yeah.
stuff, so they
It
really
tastes like
take
fresh fruit. It's just
Nice.
kind of pureed and ground up, and goes with this. This is the they call it like a Hong Kong milk tea.
Hong
It's,
Kong style milk tea.
yeah,
Correct.
and I love that. I love the Thai tea
Thai
also.
teas.
Yeah.
Again,
I'm a big
my
favorite.
doctors would
We got a
admonish
nice-
me for the sugar content, but
Ube affogato as well, so
Ooh.
really nice. Add a little bit of coffee into
was it ube ice cream from where? Is
Wilton Creamery.
it? Okay. Oh, Wilton. Oh,
Wilton Creamery.
yeah.
We keep it local.
Yep.
So yeah, we'd like to work with local
DJ. We
business.
always
DJ.
like DJ Colby
Yeah, they're
over
really
there.
cool over there.
He's
We're
amazing.
overdue for a visit.
Yes.
And yeah, we had some great ube ice cream yesterday with our man Jimmy at Sweet Aloha. I love the way all the locals like to prop each other up,
Yep.
and it's not all overly competitive. Look, Wilton Creamery does a great job, his neighborhood, and then we got Jimmy is out in also the western hinterlands of Davie. And I want to give a big congratulations. Well, first of all, Wilton made the top 5. The Sun Sentinel's been doing these monthly best food competitions, and done by popularity, and readers chime in with nominees and then vote for the final winner. It was great to see Wilton Creamery in the top 5, but I'm really heartened to see the winner, because it was a little bit of an upset, especially when you're going against some.
They had Jackson's. in
Well,
there.
Jackson's is obviously the nationally known,
Yeah,
beloved icon.
OG.
And then you also have Wits, which has become a very popular custard chain that
It's a chain.
has, locations all over the country. I think it's out of Wisconsin, and now they're coming down here, and that's a good product. But our friends at Lily's Handmade Ice Cream in Delray Beach, the Galinsky family, Ronan and his sons, they opened this ice cream parlor about 4 years ago, right in the middle of the pandemic, and they put out some great product. I don't know if you've ever gone up there, but they ended up reigning supreme in the final vote, and they've been declared, I guess, the best ice cream in South Florida. Best is a title that's so subjective. I say there's a lot
They're
of
one of
excellent
many
ones,
great,
and they're one of
yes.
many excellent ones. And we're going to be doing a show up there with the Kalinskis on August 12th. But again, congrats to them, well deserved, and congrats to all the finalists and all the hidden gems that didn't even make the finalist list that are doing some great ice cream work out there, like Jimmy. Sweet Aloha has one of the better products that I've tasted around town.
Yep.
It's nice, creamy, and
Definitely go support local.
Yeah.
And again, I think that's our message here. And from the water to the bubble tea to our food, and
Right.
we love to support local and make sure it's fresh. And let's keep going.
And you guys are open
Support.
every day, right? 7 days?
7 days a week. Yes.
7 days, lunch and dinner on all the major delivery apps. And
Yes.
I say it's best to come in, get it yourself, sit right here, enjoy it fresh and hot.
Yeah,
That broth,
get
by
to
the
know
way.
our team too. Our team's we've been very blessed with an awesome team. Get to know our team. They will get to know you as well. So
It's all good. And they've got, again, huge menu, whatever you're in the mood for. Do you still have the wings going?
We do have the wings.
Yeah, because I remember coming here with my daughter when she was yay high, and we'd come in and we'd get some, I think it was cucumber salad and some of the wings, those nice, sticky, spicy wings. All of it is good. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Congrats on 10 years.
Yeah, that's amazing. guys.
August
Thank you so much,
17th is the big day.
Yep.
Again, free luau in the parking lot. There'll be all kinds of goodies for sale, and just hang out and celebrate 10 years of Temple Street Eatery with Diego and Alex and their whole team. You can also get some good boba tea. I think we got one more break.
We do.
My advanced math skills are still kicking in. I didn't count to 3 yet, so this will be number 3. And before we get to that, gotta say, Batch New Southern Kitchen and
Right down the
Tap
street.
right up the street here, 525 North Federal. Tonight is Wednesday, which means it's Whiskey Wednesday. All kinds of good deals on whiskey. Sometimes they have whiskey education classes. Sometimes they have charitable bottles that they're auctioning off or just selling, and a part of it goes to some great local charities, some of them benefiting rescue animals, some of them benefiting kids in needs. Kevin and Brandon do such a great job up there. They're winning hearts and minds, one customer at a time, and you really owe it to yourself to get in there. Also open 7 days, lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch, both Saturday and Sunday. You want to check it out. Great food, great cocktails, great hospitality, free parking in the garage next door for 4 hours. Go into Batch and tell them the Lunchbox sent you.
All righty, we wrap up this edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Thanks to Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Fest. Alex Diego here at Temple Street Eatery. After these, if I can get this right, these words.
Prezzo Italian Restaurants, 2 locations, Boca Raton at Park Place on Military Trail, and Palm Beach Gardens in the PGA Commons on PGA Boulevard. Contemporary Italian cuisine with house-made pastas, wood-fired pizzas, salads, veal, chicken, and of course their famous focaccia bread with oven-roasted garlic bulbs. In garlic we trust is their slogan, and you can trust Prezzo for a great experience with gracious service and tremendous value. Open 7 days, featuring brunch, lunch, dinner, and happy hour. Great wine deals and full bar at both locations. For reservations and more information, go to eatprezzo.com. Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you.
The Creamery, he works there. He works at World the Creamery.
Hey, we're back on the Lunchbox, and yeah, we've had a fun time. What have we learned? We've learned that these guys met when Alex was maybe not the greatest teaching instructor. Had a trouble with the citrus peeling. But beyond that rocky start, a beautiful relationship was born. 10 years later, they're still here. We've learned that on August 17th, you're going to have a great time by coming out to their Polynesian anniversary luau. There's going to be all kinds of great food, including some of these spam nasubis and spam arepas and other things that don't feature spam. We've learned that they're going to be doing a lumpia making class.
Lumpia.
Lumpia. I'm sorry, lumpia. I was thinking of a
Lumpy
golfer.
is the way I like my potatoes, my mashed potatoes. Lumpia is the dish.
I'm gone. I'm a shot fighter. That's going to be August 21st with great chef Nicole from Jeepney. That you can get tickets on their website, templestreeteatery.com. We've also learned that they're great guys, great philanthropists, starting their own scholarship fund for their FIU hospitality school, where they're both graduates of. And we've also learned that they love to support local and that they will tolerate somebody like me shoving vast amounts of food.
We
into their
especially
face.
encourage that, actually.
We encourage it. Exactly.
Guys, thank you so much. Congrats again.
Felicidades,
and
Mazel Tov, guys.
I
I'm
got to
really
go
happy
out
for you.
with more. Is that Yiddish or Hebrew? Mazel Tov.
I think that's Hebrew. Or
Hebrew.
It may be
Okay.
Yiddish. I have no
Hebrew.
idea.
There's a couple of Jews. We have no idea what we're saying. Mazel
They
Tov.
cross over.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
10 more, and then 10 after that. 10 after that. Cent'anni, as they say in Italiano. All right. That's it. Tomorrow, speaking of Italiano, we'll be at our friends at Casa D'Angelo in Boca Raton with Chef Ricky. Talk about high-class joints. I don't know how and why they let me in, but I do love going to all their locations. I was there just at the flagship in Fort Lauderdale on Sunday night at the bar, and I saw both Angelos. Angelo Ilia is now enjoying another little summer vacation at his Colorado home, but all three Casa D'Angelos are in the hands of great chefs. They'll take great care of you. And we'll be there tomorrow at our usual time, 1 to 2 p.m. Don't come in there because they don't come into service until dinner time at 5 p.m. But by all means, Chef Ricky would love to see you once they open the doors at 5 p.m. Until then, enjoy every spam masubi, every spam arepa, and enjoy every sandwich.
With mayo.
With mayo.